Hi, my name is Geoff Gallant,
And I'm Marina Gallant.
and we are owners of Voda of Charleston. Corporate background, over 15 years in the tech industry. Was working under revenue operations and ultimately was looking for a change. Went through a big corporate layoff as of January 2025, which made me start thinking about our future and where I wanted to be in my career. Had a good friend turn me on to the concept of franchising, got in touch with a franchise broker. Voda came highly recommended. I did review a lot of other franchise options that we had in the Charleston area, and ultimately through a long and formidable discovery process, decided that Voda was the franchise for us. So we ultimately got into franchising really because it was a way to shape our own destiny. I'd not owned any businesses before. You're on the corporate track, you tend to get used to working within a system and for someone. I think somebody put it really good, at least something online, was that you get to a certain level in your corporate career and you end up moving text around PowerPoint for an executive slide so they can go present that to their board. And that's fine. I think that there is some value there, but for me personally, it wasn't providing that level of satisfaction that I was looking for in my career. And having the opportunity to shift gears was really appealing. Franchising provided that immediacy. I wasn't going to go and start a business of my own from scratch. So instead, having the opportunity to have it packaged for me, right? So that taking my corporate background, being able to apply what I've learned there and really execute on a strategy like Voda provides, gave us a much quicker path to establishing our business, establishing our brand, and owning our own business ultimately. Throughout the onboarding process, Voda has been fantastic. I would say that we definitely fast-tracked signing our agreement, but we knew Voda was going to be the right choice. From the time I met the people who introduced us to the brand, from the sales process, meeting Steve early on, then being introduced to some more of the back office team, and then ultimately the C-suite, Dan, Zach, Christian, really you could tell that this was a team that was polished and just poised for success. Being in that room felt right, like you were surrounded by the talent that can help elevate your own ambitions. And that really provided that comfort. Also kind of a sucker for the brand itself. I do like good branding, and Voda has that nice polish on it. So altogether, it just ended up feeling like the right package for us. And it's been nothing but great through the onboarding process at this point. Our onboarding manager, Jesselyn, has just been, super communicative at every turn of this process. It's been pretty well gated all out through the process, right? I mean, there's a lot to learn. We've gone through certifications. We're coming in with absolutely zero background in cleaning and restoration, and that's kind of the point, right? We're learning into this, but they've made all of those resources very, very accessible and very easily digestible, as much as it can be. Trying to drink from the fire hose ultimately. So, we're here now at our Voda University session, and I think ultimately this has been the glue now to kind of bring it all into refrain and focus for us. And now we're just excited to execute on what we've learned at this point and get off and running. I think what sets Voda apart from other cleaning and restoration franchises, not knowing as much about the cleaning and restoration industry, but certainly working around other service industries. We all have home services professionals that come to our home. We've dealt with the pest control guy, the plumbers, and you kind of get a sense of who you want in your home and who respects your home and maybe who doesn't. Of course, there's the term, the chucks and the trucks, and you see those guys running around. But Voda and the package that they've put together really just screams professionalism to me as a consumer, especially someone who's not needed a restoration company, at least to date, so knock on wood. But certainly Voda and the polish that they have presents as somebody that I would willingly want in my corner if we ever need those types of services. What advice I would give to somebody who wants to own a Voda? Go big, right? I mean, this is, especially if it's your first entrepreneurial venture, go all in on this, right? I think Voda is giving us the ability to take their system, and of course they want us to follow their system, their process, because ultimately that's where my trust is that they know best, they know the cleaning and restoration industry, but really giving you the ability to also form your business and your business culture in the way that you see fit. I think for us, Voda being younger in its trajectory as a franchise is really a great opportunity. That's another big reason why we signed up with Voda. We didn't want to go with a completely new franchise, but there's also less opportunity with some of the really established franchises. So for us, it was the ability to lock in the territory that we wanted out of the gate. And I think if you're able to, it's going to be a franchise that pays dividends, and this is really a great opportunity for you to invest not only yourself fully into this opportunity, but also financially, and I think you're going to get out of this tenfold what you're able to put into this. I think this is unique for us, so being able to start a business in Charleston, I would look at this as a double-edged sword. So we're new to the Charleston area, and some people would say that that's a disadvantage innately for opening a small business. I would say even particular to the Charleston market, which definitely tends to be a very close, tight-knit community. But for me, I think this is exciting. This is our new home, and this is our chance to really, cement ourselves and weave ourselves into the fabric of our community. It's giving us an opportunity to get out there, and as Voda loves to preach, to be the mayor of the town. It's a way for us to network and meet new people, make new friends, things that we don't have innately in Charleston. So I think being able to start our business here is incredibly exciting, but also for the ability to help our community, to be a pivotal part of our community, to help people in need. Charleston, again, uniquely coastal community, definitely, has a higher propensity for water damage events. And we're there to help our community in that time of need. So, we are fortunate to be homeowners in Charleston, somewhere that we've never been homeowners before. So owning a business and now owning a home in Charleston, really feel like, this is the right place for us to be. And that is, really important part of our journey, being new business owners and having Voda be a part of that journey for us.